It's the M5 Gist. Match week 26 carries on with Arsenal taking on Wolves at the molineux. And guess
Hmm.
what? We drew in a match that is paramount to our title run. Arsenal
What match
decide
isn't what match isn't paramount to our title run? Every match
everybody
is paramount.
it is, but this one sees us with 27 games played. Now Man City have a game in hand. It was of all importance to get a 7-point lead tonight. And what does
Yeah.
Arsenal do? They draw. You can't,
Goodness.
write, I don't know, but
No, you can write it
because we've seen it
because
before, isn't it?
yeah, we've seen it before. It keeps happening every single time, and
Why do we do
this
this,
is
man?
what the
Why do we do this?
this is what the ops are waiting for because they always say, "Oh yeah, this is the point where we crack," and we're showing it again.
Again, man. Why do we
Oh,
sink under pressure?
we can't seem to get things across the line. We can't seem to get things across the line. It's really. I mean, in previous episodes, we said, should we be concerned? Like, we could see signs. We could see, yeah. I mean, you even question the mentality of the team at a point. Like, what's our mental solidity like? And it's, man, I'm frustrated, man.
It's terrible. It was a terrible from the, I wouldn't want to say from the get go because it looked like we were in control of the game at the start.
That was going
For
to be
the
another
first 5
4-0
minutes,
in the first half.
really thought it was going to be 6-0.
Yeah,
I really thought we were going to
first
whitewash
4
these
minutes.
guys.
Saka hadn't scored in 2 months. He puts one in through the legs of the keeper, and it just felt like, oh yeah, we're just going to take it from here.
What do you see next? Sloppiness. People not turning up, not passing correctly, not chasing the ball, just not being urgent, just being lazy. It was a shambolic performance, man. Shambolic performance. There's no excuses. No excuses at all.
I'll try to put things in perspective. The first half wasn't shambolic, to be fair. We had a good run. During the first half, we looked like, things were just going to, we're just going to take things to the next level. First 4 minutes, we had our first goal. We had a whole lot of breaks. Saka was running like one Uncle Kamaru. That guy has lost speed, man. Most of those times when he had a couple of breaks, and sometimes I just wish it was Martinelli that was on the ball at that point in time because it almost seems like those other defenders just seem to catch up with him. Yeah, but Fairs, it was looking like we were just going to take things on, and everything just crumbled.
Collapsed.
We
Everything
put on the
collapsed.
weather. Do we put it on the slippery pitch
Weather was for
or
both
what?
teams. Weather was for
Yeah,
both
but it was for
teams.
both teams, man.
What was not the weather? It's just the
Oh
guys, their
my
mentality.
goodness.
I think they tried the same thing. What I saw in that game, you're right, the first 20, 30 minutes, we seemed to be in control of the game. But I could see some sloppiness. I could see some cracks. And Wolves were ready to exploit it. Because towards the end of that first half, they did have a few chances. But they were not just clinical. They were not just good enough. That's why.
Well,
And
I
they
think they
realized
had
it in the second half.
they had just one shot on target, and that came at the 46th minute. The entire first half was done. These guys couldn't get a sniff. Where I believe things kind of changed for them was midway in the first half when Tolu came in for
exactly
whoever had to go out.
Yeah, because he was winning fouls.
They had that presence, and he gave Saliba a hard time.
Gave him a hard time, man.
Yeah, and from there, the game just kind of like changed. Second half, I thought would just, even come back in stronger and stuff.
But still nervy. Still very nervy. Yeah. And lacked a lot of coordination. There was no coordination in our passes. And we kept doing it. I don't know why we don't seem to. The game was crying for a ball carrying midfielder because there was space in the middle, in the Wolves midfield. We could have exploited. It was an open game. I saw a few chances where Martinelli and Gyökeres were free in the middle. It just required a lovely lobbed ball for them to make a run. Yeah, true pass. But Saka keeps drifting to the side. with Madueke all the time because he's not a midfielder. I can't blame him. He's not a 10. And he kept drifting with Madueke. Madueke was clueless sometimes. And it just keeps showing in every game, and it's shown tonight. Second half starts, we managed to get a goal. Who gives the assist? The defender, Gabriel, which tells you the story of the lack of creativity in the midfield, that Gabriel Magalhaes had to come from the defense to give a true pass to Nkapie. We've not been creating chances. We've not been really that we keep doing this, side to side passes. Like our games are so predictable. Like I knew we were going to come out that way again, where we keep passing side to side, and then we whipping crosses that nobody seems to get. Gyökeres never seems to get it at the end of the crosses. Madueke tried to get at the end of one of the crosses, and he nodded it away. Like it's just the performance it's been evident for the last few games.
Yeah,
Let's be
I mean,
fair.
I hear you in some of the things you saw, but I think I kind of perceived the game slightly differently. Um, I think, or I perceived Saka to actually carry the ball a lot, which in the first half I kind of liked. Yes, there
Yeah,
was
but
that,
he wasn't going forward. It was only one time I saw him carry the ball forward and into the box to
a few
threaten.
couple of, yeah, I mean, a few couple of times he actually carried it towards goal. The only thing that was lacking was just that final pass. And
And
just
then
because, like you said, it's not his natural instinct to like give through pass, I think he actually found himself in very good positions. That first half, majorly, he seemed
yeah,
to carry the ball every once in a while. He drifted to the right hand side, and I think that's just the natural
yeah,
instinct of
yeah,
him
to
doing
do
what.
so.
But the first half wasn't a bad showing. I could kind of see what Mikel was doing, even though I necessarily didn't like it. But maybe that's just me that being like everyone else that can be averse when they see change and stuff like that.
But
Definitely, that's why he
do you
has the job.
agree that our gameplay always seems to channel the entire passage of play to the sides, to cross, and then to nod? We've never created 1-2s in the middle of the park, create space for anyone to shoot from outside the box.
Yeah,
Or
man, it would be hard to say that we've never,
we
because
throughout this game there was no one. Look at Wolves, the goal Wolves scored. Hugo Bueno. I don't know if I pronounced his name right, but Hugo Bueno. They created a space. The man just pushed the ball forward a bit and then took a shot. I didn't see anyone taking a shot today for the Arsenal from outside the box, from inside the box. Even when we got inside the box, Declan Rice did a back heel trying to find Hikapie, and then Hikapie goes down trying to find a penalty. There were no clear shots. There were no attempts from outside the box in all our possession, in all our slick passing. Slick in quote. We weren't slick, we weren't coordinated. And we paid the price. It's as simple as that. And now we're going to have to think of what happens against Man City and Newcastle. We're going to have to hope Newcastle helps us out. It's I think when they talk about defining moments in the league, when you hope to, get 3 points or gain 1 point. Last week we gained a point against Brentford. This week we just threw away 2 points. That's exactly what we've done. And now
yeah,
it's looking like the league is technically out of our hands right now because we still have to go to Manchester City. We still have Chelsea and Spurs
nah,
in the coming game weeks.
don't say so. Now, I mean, you questioned the team for um the lack of mentality, but saying that outrightly also questions
Because
ours.
I've
Or
seen it before. I've seen it
yeah,
before. I've seen this play
yeah,
out a
but
lot of times in the season. Mikel Arteta
but
and the
that's the thing.
boys don't
The
seem
players
to
are
give
also
that mental
exposed.
hurdle.
They're also exposed to the same kind of conditions. So what I'm saying is, if you question their mentality, you can't say the league is out of our hands when technically whatever even happens, when we're on the same point, we're still 2 points ahead. I'm not trying to be like the optimist of or voice of reason,
I'm being the
but
realist.
it's just been the
I'm
fact.
being real, man.
But it's the fact. If everything goes as it is, we are still 2 points ahead. Even if Man City plays their game in hand and we have equal games, the point right now is we're still 2 games ahead. So I won't say it's out of our hands. We've just made things more difficult. Yeah. And right now, we want to see how the team's going to bounce back. We want to see how much these guys are hungry to actually win stuff. Do they want to continue with the narrative of we can't get things across the line? Here's where they have to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's disappointing, I know, but the fact is we're still ahead. If everyone gets their heads together, I appreciate the way fans, those guys sang their lungs out tonight because I
Yeah,
mean I
till
could
the
just hear those guys.
96th minute. Did you see
Yeah,
the reaction after the 96th minute?
yeah.
That's
So
not
it
I don't,
shows that if we can still come together, you know what, and support these boys, we still have a chance. It's
we
not
do
like
we do
all hopes are
support
lost.
big time, but when you know what Arsenal has done in situations like this a season ago, 2 seasons ago,
I
and
know,
we've seen how it played out.
I
And
know,
then it's recurring. It's almost like the fly that's trying to
but
get out through the window and there's a glass in front of it and it keeps hitting the glass, keeps hitting the glass.
true,
It's
true,
basically the same
but
thing again. How
true, but
have we got a big
to
squad?
say that we still have Man City to play. Are you
Yeah.
saying you think that this team cannot beat Man City?
I think these teams will probably draw Man City. We'll probably draw Man City at the time. We haven't beaten Man City at the Etihad in almost 4 seasons or 5 seasons. The last time we did was probably I don't think we've beaten Man City Arteta hasn't beaten Man City at the Etihad since he's become the coach. The last time we won at the Etihad was when Santi Cazorla was there and Giroud. That's the last time. So how are
Well,
we sure we're going to do it now? And we're not
it's
scoring
not so
goals
much
out
about
of.
what happened at the Etihad. For me, it's
But
basically
that's going to
playing
be the
Man
match.
City.
That's going to be the season-defining game. That's going to be one of the season-defining
He
games.
said
I
it
bet you
for every game. Every game at the beginning of this stuff, he said this was also
in the
all the games
situation
right
we
now.
are in, that is going to be the ultimate. Okay, let me rephrase. It's going to be the penultimate decider of the season. The game against Man City at the Etihad. And
I
I
mean,
don't
true,
see this
yeah.
current form. I don't see this current mentality going to the Etihad and grabbing 3 points. If you can't grab 3 points against Wolves, bottom of the table, you lose two goals towards the end of the game.
I mean, if
How
football
do you see?
were played on spreadsheets and on a whole lot of results and outcomes, you can never predict it. I know that on our day, this team is good enough to beat anybody.
Yeah, but
I just need these guys to get their heads together. If we are doubting all this, we can just, wrap this all up and just forget about the league and feel like it's a waste of time.
I'm
But the
just
thing about
stating
it is that
the reality based on
which is
based on
fine.
previous events, which is looking similar. I mean, it's only logical to say that. I mean, we've seen it play out before.
So then
Club
there's no point
seems
to
to
be
crumble. We
disappointed
just
when
need to
things don't go
analyze.
your way.
No, yeah, because I felt like this year should have been the difference because we boosted the squad, we got numbers in, we got quality in, but we still seem to do the same things in terms of pattern of play, in terms of mentality. How do you explain the fact that the squad is bigger than last season and we're still acting like we were last season? We got two good midfielders in Eze and Odegaard. We got the highest goal scorer
Eze and
in
Odegaard.
Europe.
Odegaard has always been our player.
Yeah. I'm just saying that these are players we have. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying we got them like a transfer. I'm saying we've got top striker, someone who scored 47 goals in Portugal. I understand it's the Portuguese league, and now he's come to England and can barely score double figures, and it's match week 27. How do you explain that? How do you explain the fact that all we do in our gameplay for the past 7 games we've played is just side to side, no balls going into your striker. Your striker can even barely hold the ball. Is it a coaching thing? Is it a pressure thing? So that's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to understand why we seem to have, at the start of the season, it looked like, oh yeah, we've plugged all the holes. We found, the solution. We can go ahead. But when we get to this point in the season, we basically do the same thing that we did seasons before, even with a bigger squad. So questions has to be asked about: is it the coach? Is it the captain? I remember Tony Adams at the start of the season said, you can't win a league with Odegaard as your captain. Your captain reflects the coach, and then your captain has to inspire. Sometimes I don't know who inspires. Declan Rice can't inspire by himself. And then you have Gabriel Magalhaes that's meant to inspire, and then he's making mistakes in the 97 minutes. I didn't see any reason why he had to go for that ball. I don't know if Raya called out, but I didn't see any reason why there had to be a mix-up at that point. They have to communicate, and then it happens, and then they score, and then we drop points. So how do you see?
Can I
How
ask
do
you a
we?
question?
Yeah,
Will Arsenal win the league? Do you think Arsenal will win the league?
based on this form, based on the form of the last 2-3 games, it's not looking like Arsenal is going to win the league this year. I could say that. It's not looking like that. We haven't
Depends.
grown. We haven't grown. We haven't grown. There are games that you have to put to bed. There's no excuse for you to drop points against the team that is bottom of the table. There's no excuse. Man City won't do that on a league run. We've not seen them ever do that. Liverpool won't do that. They've never done that in a league run. So
Yeah,
when it's
absolutely.
Arsenal,
It's unacceptable that what happened in the last two games, especially when you have the game in control, you have it in hand. It's unacceptable to drop points like that. But what
it
I'm
is.
still saying is that there's still games to be played. Is the point I'm trying to make. There's still games to be played. And hopefully these guys can get in the zone and get back to doing what it is. I don't know if Arteta is the problem, or I don't know if his tactics are, or if more people are having injuries. I mean, there was a whole talk about our warm-up routine and how people are always getting injured during warm-up. 3 players in so a whole lot of things needs to be looked at.
Yeah.
And man,
maybe the Carabao Cup. Maybe we just, yeah, I mean, maybe we could win the final of the Carabao. I think Arteta is more of a tournament coach than a whole league run coach, because the only trophy he's won was in a tournament where he had to even just play 2 games. Emery had played most of the group stage. He came in towards the semi-finals, quarterfinals, won the games he had in front of him. I think just 2 or 3 games, and then he won the final. Since then, he hasn't won a trophy. And then he seems to know how to play the tournaments, evident by the fact that we're doing very well in the Champions League. We're doing very well in the Carabao Cup. Before that, seasons before that, he couldn't go past quarterfinals. He couldn't go past the 5th round of the FA Cup. But this year, he seems to have, reignited his strength in playing tournament games. But when it comes to the league run, because the same thing keeps playing every time at this point of the season, where it gets to January or February, we see a dip. It's just typical of Arteta's team to do that. Even if we buy Messi because we've boosted the squad, and I'm still seeing the same pattern of play.
same patterns.
I'm still seeing the same mistakes. I'm still seeing same crack under pressure. So I don't think Arteta has what it takes yet to go and win the league. I think he still needs time to understand how to win a league. But for tournament football, I think he can crack the Carabao Cup. I think he can possibly crack the FA Cup this year. But at this point in the Premier League, as long as Pep is still in Man City, bro, I don't think we're getting this league this year. What do you see going forward for the next game? We've got Spurs next.
Yeah.
And then
Chelsea after.
Chelsea.
Yeah, we've got Brighton.
We've got Brighton. Yeah. So it's tough. It's tough. No one would ever hand you the league. Understood. But the players have to give us something. They have to show that they really want this. You can't be sloppy against the last team in the table. It's unacceptable. It's absolutely unacceptable. It's not. You can't do that on the title chase.
Man, I thought we had this in the bag.
Nah.
Everything I wanted to say concerning the match, as we're 2 goals up, everything has been in the bin.
One off.
Yeah. Discombobulated in thoughts. I am scattered in emotions. It's terrible, man.
Now you have to find favors from other teams to see if they can slow Manchester City down, who seem to have found momentum. I don't want to say it, but it looks right now, like the old Pep Guardiola is back. And when they hit that form, when they go on a run, and when they can smell blood, they will not forgive you. You have to be ruthless.
I don't think it's the same Man City team, man.
It's not the same,
Bro,
but they know they are in that point. They are getting into the groove. And with what we've done tonight, we've just given them the edge. We've just given them a reason to, build up. I mean, they've signed Semenyo and Gay. These
Semenyo.
are guys that have not won a league before. So they will have have you noticed Gay? Like he's sliding in every tackle. He's being the left back, the right back, the center back. Like this man wants to win a league. Like he's gone
Yeah.
from Crystal Palace to a club where he has a chance compared to the others that have tasted it before. And then Semenyo, the same thing. You can say the same thing for them. So Arsenal have just given them the edge, man. There's no way you can brush it up or change the narrative, man. It is what it is. We can be as optimistic as we like, but I've seen it play out before. We just have to hope that they bounce back against Spurs. I'll try and keep my fingers crossed and see if we can respond the way we did after we lost to Man United, and then we responded, but that was against Leeds. This is Spurs at Tottenham Stadium. So yeah, and they've got a new manager. The former Juventus manager is in. We did have a new manager bounce. That's another thing to think about. We've just put ourselves
we have
on the
to
spot.
respond. So we're also like hurt dogs right now. We're hurt.
Yeah.
So I expect the boys to do something. My only fear is that a whole lot of people seem to have some niggles from Saka to Timber early in the game.
Yeah.
I hope he's fit.
Yeah,
because it took him a little bit of time for him to shake it off. Calafiori is Calafiori. Trossard had to be changed in how many minutes after he came on? Odegaard is unavailable.
Questions need to
So
be
everyone's
asked.
dropping like flies right now. And yeah.
Is it the training pattern? Is it the diets? Is it why are we the ones hit with injuries more than any of the top 5 clubs? I don't know. We
have a
what
number
keeps
10 that can't be trusted to play in
the game. Although Kai Havertz may be back, I'm hearing he might shake it off and be in the NLD, the North London Derby.
Inject the dudes right now. Bring the injection boxes out now because
bruh.
Yeah, we've reached.
It's looking desperate, man. It's looking extremely desperate. I didn't think this would be the topic of the podcast. I was coming here to say 7 points clear. Let's take the 7 points as a cushion to go to Spurs. But now we're going there with 5 points, a game ahead of Manchester City. It's not, let's be real, it's not really looking good. Let's not paint this thing with all the hope.
It's not looking good. It's not
looking good.
It's not.
It's not.
But my point is the boys still need to remember that whatever happens, whatever has happened, they are still on top right now.
True.
You are still on top. And just build on that.
Yeah.
Don't expect anyone to do you favors. Do what you have to do. You still have a little bit of cushion. It would have been better if, like you said, we had 7 or 9 or 12. Yeah. You've made it a bit more difficult, but you still do have that cushion. If the league ends today, Arsenal will be champions, and they need to remember that and just take it off from there. I mean, it's been a
dreadful night.
One, man.
It's been a very bad night, man. It's been a terrible night. Very annoying performance. Shambolic. Shouldn't be here talking about dropping 2 points, 2 goals against a side that can barely get points. They've only got 10 points in the league. We hope for better days. We'll see what happens against Spurs. We'll watch that game. It's the North London Derby. We have to be fired up. It's one of those games where, our pride will always be at stake. So they better respond. They have to respond. It's been the M5 Gist. Do catch us on the next one. And do remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.